stage, Mike Zakarian.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the NBA Bit. Nice little Friday. Honestly, it's not a nice little Friday. It's disgusting out. For like the 55th straight freaking day here in New York, it is overcast or raining or snowing or some sort of garbage. Can't get to LA fast enough. Can't get there fast enough. But we get a fun one today because there was a lot of games last night. It's also Dog Bowl season. We're back into the DB, back into the Dog Bowl. We did a bagel with Locke this morning, kind of breaking down the 9-game slate. It's a little nasty, some nasty business in there with all the back-to-backs and everything, but some fun spots that we'll get to. We'll talk through the slate a little bit on the second half of the show, but for the most part today, we got to talk about what happened last night because there was a lot of fun basketball, a lot of gross basketball, but also a lot of fun basketball. But if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel, like the video, do all of those things. Check out Bagel with Locks. Appreciate everybody that tuned in to Live Before Lock last night. That was a fun one. We get the common man here. Happy birthday to Sir Charles and Starberry. Yeah, we're going to start with Detroit basketball. We get Stubbs. Stubbs, coming for your sports title. All right, baby. We finished second and third last night, even without Cade. And we got Weisberg in the chat. There we go, a fresh So Rare scandal. Yeah, I saw that. I just can't care enough. I just can't. They don't care. If they're not going to care, I'm not going to care either. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever. But yeah, I did see that they counted the All-Star game, which is hilarious. And I saw the response was even funnier too, where they're like, well, we never said it explicitly didn't count. Okay, congrats, bros. But we're not doing that today. We're not doing that because we got to talk about Cade. We're cooking with Cade. Shout out NBA Top Shot. You know, still early, still time to get involved. Cade was awesome last night. I watched a lot of this game. I had a great. Oh, my mouse. Come on, bro. I had a great night last night because this is what I ended up doing. Watch most of the first game between Detroit and New York. And this game got kind of out of hand, which was fun. And then I watched the Pit, and then I watched the Celtics. Like, what a great start to the day. A great end to the night. You know, took in some Cade whooping some ass with the Bing Bong boys. I mean, this is pretty nuts here. 126, 111. But honestly, it didn't even feel that close. Like, Cade was just incredible, was dominant, and for Detroit to do this with the Knicks full strength. Right? They got OG Anunoby and his big toe back. They had everybody. Detroit was without all of their centers, right? It was B-Ball Paul. B-Ball Paul doing his thing again. But Cade was incredible, man. He was shot 50% from the field on 34 field goal attempts. That's nuts. 17 for 34, 5 for 11. He got to the line only 3 times. So to go 42, 13, and 5, 3 stocks, did have 5 turnovers. He was just awesome, man. He really got going in the second quarter and just established dominance. And I like once again, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you're Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, Cat, like he had 21 and 11, but just absolute vibeless. So the Knicks vibeless team, that's what it's so hard to figure out because offensively, it seems like they can do whatever they want. And maybe we're making too much out of them losing to the Pistons, who are the best team in the league right now. They got a better record than the Thunder. And so I don't know. We just gotta put some respect on Detroit basketball. And speaking of, let's just play the drop. We gotta play the drop. Are you kidding me? It's Detroit basketball.
Detroit basketball.
But Detroit now 41 and 13. I mean, they're the 1 seed in the league, and I don't see them slowing down. The fact that they're able to go on the road with everybody fresh too. It's like fresh legs for New York. I know Brunson and Cat were doing stuff in the All-Star weekend, but that was it. Maddie said, I think it was the Athletic Daily. They were saying if you were going to invest all your resources in OG and Mikal, they shouldn't need to run Sohan out there to try to defend Cade. And, that's great. That is a great take here. And I saw this also on Twitter. It was Chris Pusinec, maybe? I might have butchered that last name, or the first name. I might have butchered the whole thing. But that is like Karl Anthony Towns, and I mean, I did it. I'm guilty of it. I made fun of him, but more of a fantasy perspective is where I'm coming at from Cat. But Cat always takes the brunt of everything, whether he's on Minnesota or on the Knicks. It's like an easy punching bag for the pundits, for the haters, for NBA Twitter to make fun of, right? Because he changes his voice and he goes, ah, and he's like very dramatic and all of that stuff, right? But they were supposed to be able to defend. That's the problem. The problem isn't offense. The Knicks have a great offense. They're able to get buckets whenever, wherever, Shakira, right? They can do whatever they want offensively, but defensively, night in and night out, they get absolutely cooked. And OG has had a solid season. I mean, Bridges has been fine, but it's in a vacuum. If you're just looking at what they're doing, you're like, okay, whatever. But knowing how much money you've paid and how many assets you've given up to acquire both of these wing defenders. Remember, these are the guys that were gotten to slow down Tatum and JB, and they're just in and night out. They're getting cooked. And Sanjay Rich too with a point here saying, mind you, the Pistons haven't had Duren in any of the 3 games they played and beat the Knicks this year. It's just awesome. It's just awesome stuff from Detroit. And maybe it's not full panic mode here with New York because, they're still in fine shape here. But Detroit's the real deal. And I was listening to Tim Bontemps and the Hoop Collective and thinking about playoff best ball, right? And you're always a little hesitant to invest in guys who are or in teams that have not had a lot of playoff experience. And I know Detroit came very close to stealing that series against the Knicks last year. You had that no call corner 3 foul, right? The Pistons turned the ball over a bunch. I think it was in game 1 when they could have won that one in the Garden. But you think about the Thunder and how they had to have a run, like a real playoff experience before making their run to the finals. And I like, experience is important, but I also just, this East is so wide open that, maybe I'm not giving Detroit enough credit to make a finals run. They are the 1 seed, the best team in the league. They're fun, man. They're fun. In New York, as a Celtics fan, it's good to see New York slipping up a little bit because the Celtics are heading into a pretty tough spot in their schedule, and to still be able to pick up some games against the Knicks is pretty important. Mike was saying, too, the Pistons are on fire from 3 versus the Knicks, 46% versus 35% on the season everywhere else. Yeah, and you can just say that's variance, right? Or you could say, wow, the Knicks really don't like defending the three-point line. Good win for Detroit. I mean, the other fun little talking point here, I know Jeb got some money down on this last week. I think Bill's, was it one of the NBA podcasts I listened to, shouted it out last week too. But you look at Nikola Jokic only being able to miss one more game the rest of the season to still qualify for end of the season awards. SGA is going to be out another week, which I think he can only miss 7 games, and so that's going to be 2 or 3 more for the rest of the way to qualify for end of season awards. I mean, Cade Cunningham is on the best team in the NBA. He is the best player on the best team in the NBA, and he is going to play, outside of anything weird happening, 65 basketball games. So we might be sitting here looking at Cade, cooking with Cade as the MVP this year. I think that's a fun little take, and I'm sure the odds have shifted now closer to that. But as a couple weeks ago, he was a super, super long shot, which is pretty fun. So yeah, good stuff there. I like that take. So anyways, Detroit gets the win. Shout out to them. They continue to cruise. Let's do a little Houston and Charlotte. I was flipping back. We had the big screen had Prime. The phone had Rockets and Charlotte on it. Rockets got this win 105-101. This was a pretty weird game. And if you just looked at the box score, right, you'd be like, holy shit, Kevin Durant, man. Clearly KD is fine. And they got the win. And they beat Charlotte, even though I think Charlotte missing both Moose and Miles Bridges, that piece of shit, is that I think that is a big deal. But I got to tell you, I was pretty interested in this. So KD goes 14 for 20. He has 35 points, 8 boards, 4 dimes, 3 blocks, and a steal. And I had a ton of Kevin Durant last night, so that was fun. Although I didn't have any Cade, so we lost. But I think you look at that, and you're like, man, KD's back. Rockets are fine, bro. The vibes in Houston are fine. Look at the rest of these Rockets here. And Tyree Eason played 33 minutes, 2 for 9 shooting. Sengun, only 16 shot attempts. I mean, he did have 7 rebounds. 7 dimes, only 2 rebounds for Goon. Ahmed Thompson, 9, 7, and 2. It was just, I don't know, man. Vibes. I'm not convinced the vibes are fine in Houston, even though this is a pretty good road win. And if anybody else watched it, be curious on your take. But it was KD having to do a lot. I don't know. Just something I'm monitoring here. Charlotte, I was kind of surprised by their rotations, and I don't know if they were just trying to save themselves, because Charlotte came out, punched Houston in the mouth, and I was like, I even texted TST this, where I was like, man, Houston is legit I think they have a legit shot here in the postseason. And then the Houston Clampies came out in the second quarter, holding them to 19 points, and that was kind of all she wrote there. But yeah, I don't know. Charlotte plays Cleveland tonight, and this is probably a better matchup in some sense. Where like offensively they should be able to do a little bit more, but I still don't love it. But yeah, anyways, LaMelo played 31 minutes, Con 31 minutes, and Miller 34 minutes. Grant Williams moved into the starting lineup next to the big cock, and Grant shot the ball well, 4 for 5 from 3, had 20 and 9 in this game. But anyways, it's a good road win for Houston. I don't want to take anything away from it. It's just something I'm going to continue to pay attention to. Anyways, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. Harden killed the Hornets earlier this season. Yeah, beefy Harden could be a problem. Beefy Harden could be a problem for the Hornets tonight. We'll talk more about tonight's slate in a little bit. Let's keep popping around here. Let's do. Let's go to Denver and the Clippers last night. Poor Jamal Murray. I feel like we've seen this a couple of times. Well, I can't remember what that game was where Jamal had like two different. He got fouled at the line or fouled at the 3-point line twice, and it was still like both opportunities were to tie the game, and he went like 2 for 3 in both opportunities. I forget what it was. But last night, same thing. Time expires. Jamal has to knock down a free throw to send it to overtime, and Bricks the last one. Clippers win this one, 114, excuse me. Jokic actually with a weird game. Like, he finished with 22 and 17. Most of that coming late, was pretty quiet in the first half, especially for him. Julian Strawther continues to give them pretty good minutes. I'm still surprised that he just usurped the Jalen Pickett role. He had 18 in that one. Jamal, 28 and 8, had a couple steals and a block as well. But as again, look at this, the 8 for 10 from the free throw. Those two hurt late. And then Bruce Brown. They converted Spencer Jones, by the way. Converted Spencer Jones to so he's like a full-time player for Denver now. I thought he would move back into the starting lineup for Strawther, but I don't know. Maybe they wanted the offense. Denver back on the clock again tonight against Portland. For the Clippers side, man, the Benny Math thing is happening. Really good stuff from them. Mathurin was just awesome. Off the bench here, played 34 minutes, had 38 points, 12 for 22, shooting 2 for 6 from 3, gets to the line 13 times, 5 boards, 4 dimes, 3 steals. I think we're going to see more of that, man, because you look at the 5 of Kawhi, JC, DJJ, Brooke, and Chris Dunn. Kawhi and Collins really the only one that are going to do anything offensively. Kawhi had a terrible 3-point shooting last night. He had 23 and 4. But they play the Lakers tonight. I'm going right back to the well. I think people will probably be a little concerned that Kawhi doesn't play the back-to-back, but I don't know. Maybe we get a Q tag, but he's been playing back-to-back, and he's got like he's been playing like around 32, 33 minutes. So I'm going right back to the well. I'm not really worried about it. But good win for the Clippers here. There was some reporting around by Sam Amick of the Athletic yesterday that was just kind of like league executives think the hammer, as they refer to it, is coming down. Or team executives, anonymously are saying they think the hammer is coming down on the Clippers here any day now. Combination of like some whispers and murmurs, plus the actions of the Los Angeles Clippers, both in trading assets, but also like re-signing Lawrence Frank with some hush money. So I don't know. I like, is this coming soon now that the All-Star game is over? I don't really know. Something to pay attention to, But anyways, yeah, Clippers, still battling for 500. And when we look at the standings, it's kind of weird. They're still right there. Let's do Celtics here. I watched first 3 quarters of this, and then when they were up 30, I went to bed and then watched some of the fourth quarter this morning. Jaylen Brown was awesome. Just pretty aggressive here. It was in the second quarter. They held Golden State to 19 points. But like before we congratulate the Celtics, just like this, Draymond Green, Guy Santos, DeAnthony Melton, Moses Moody, and Pat Spencer. That's your starting 5. It's an ass team. And it sounds like there was some reporting, too, around Steph that, Steph might be done for a little while here. They were saying it was day-to-day. They thought he was going to come back tonight or last night, and now they've pushed it back a little bit further. So I don't know. I don't know when Steph's coming back. I don't. But this Golden State team's in trouble. And, Porzingis came back. He played 17 minutes, had 12 points. He actually looked pretty good. Al Horford played 28. But, the story's just JB's too good. 10 for 18 from the field, had a triple-double through 3 quarters, finished with 23, 15, and 13. They should have won by like 25, and then Golden State started doing doing some like high school shit where they were like pressing. It was like a JV game where they were doing like a full-on press down 30. So congrats to them for getting it closer to 11, but that was hilarious. One thing about the Celtics here that I'm a little bit, I'm just keeping an eye on. Derek White, man, he just can't shoot. He's still doing everything else for them. He's still like a winning player, so I'm not really concerned about it. And Sam Hauser's been picking up the 3 ball too. He went 4 for 5 in this one. But Derek White, I feel like, continues to take 3 on volume and has been bad. Vooch out-minuted Nimi Keita last night. I think that had more to do with blowout run, but something to pay attention to. And then Pritchard continues to be awesome off the bench. 10 for 18, 6 for 11 from 3, 26, 7, and 6. So good game for Fast PP. Good win for the Celtics, who are now 36 and 19. Let's do some Spurs here. Spurs won 121-94. I missed this injury. I totally missed this injury. Devin Booker. Booker got hurt, man, huh? Book got hurt, only played a few minutes, and I don't know how serious it was. I missed the injury. I don't know if anybody in the chat saw it. But after that, the Spurs kind of ran away with this one. Good to see. Something to note here. Jalen Green played 26 minutes. So we were seeing just right around 20 before the All-Star break. Jordan Ott had mentioned they just wanted to make sure Jalen Green got through the All-Star break. So he should be, I think we slowly see this creep up to 30. I know I think they play the Celtics next week on like Tuesday maybe, but I don't know. But with him going out, we saw Jordan Goodwin play 27 minutes. So for you so rare freaks looking for something, keep an eye on that. Although Dylan Brooks will be back for their next game. And then Mark Williams had 11 and 10 in this one. Cat was awesome. In 21 minutes, had 20 points, 4 dimes, 3 steals. He was great. Fox had 15 and 8. Wemby 17, 11, 6 stocks in 25 minutes. He was really good. It was an injured hip. Okay, thank you, regulator. Yeah, please keep an eye on that. That sucks, man. Phoenix is still battling here, but just can't stay healthy, man. They can't stay healthy. So good win for San Antonio, 39 and 16. They pick up a half game on the on the Thunder since they didn't play. Let's do A-Town down. Atlanta gets a W, 117-107. Embiid, right? He got ruled out early. Embiid got ruled out early and picked up a shin injury, but it sounds more day-to-day than long-term, so I don't think it's the end of the world. Drum Dog Millionaire. I got to tell you, I kind of luck-boxed into a bet last night where I told you in Bagel with Locks to bet the Andre Drummond rebound over. Totally missed that they started a Dem Bona in their last start without Embiid. But I guess Bona played so bad that they were like, let's go back to Drum Dog. Drum Dog went 10 and 14 in 28 minutes. Maxey had 28, but not a lot of the ancillary pieces. Good game for VJ Edgecombe outside of the 6 turnovers. He had 20 and 9. But Atlanta, who plays Miami tonight, they win this one by 10, right? Jalen Johnson just continues to be awesome. 32, 10, and 5. He had 4 stocks. And we pointed this out yesterday that it was like this was such a high total. Feels like we needed to. Also, regular saying Booker can only miss 5 more games to maintain eligibility for all NBA honors. Let me go ahead and tell you whether he plays those 5 or not. I don't think it's going to matter. But we were saying it was like a high total. It feels like we should get to some other Atlanta Hawks, and we just didn't need to, man. Nah didn't really do it. Dyson Daniels didn't really do it. CJ didn't really do it. One thing to, CJ had 23 and 5. One thing to point out, Onyeka, if you were just looking at the box score, you saw he had 8 points and 10 boards, only played 26 minutes, but he had 5 fouls. He was dealing with some foul trouble. I kind of like Onyeka a little bit tonight. But Atlanta, 3 games. Under 500 here. Quickly, let's do some garbage shit here. The Wizards play the Pacers. They play each other again tonight, okay? Washington won this one 112-05, and I'm sick to my stomach because I was excited about Tristan Vukcevic, took some shares on Underdog, and had have him in So Rare. Look, so dude, he comes out, scores 15 fantasy points in his first 5 minutes. They immediately take him out of the game. Then in his second rotation, picks up like a few more steals. In his third rotation, the start of the third quarter, picks up another steal and a block. He has 6 stocks, 12 points and 5 boards, 2 dimes in 17 minutes. He only played 17 fucking minutes. He did not come back into the game. Keyshawn George played 19. The only guys that got over 25, right? Bub Carrington got 28 minutes. You see Anthony Gill got 31 minutes. Kadari Richmond, Alondes Williams. Like, it's nuts, man. And we'll look at the spread in total for tonight. But you can't like, what are you going to do, man? You can't play any of these guys. You can't. I don't know. It's so frustrating. And same thing with Indiana. Like, at least with the Pacers, it's a little bit easier to project. Although I thought we were going to see Nembhard full last night. Nembhard only played 22 minutes. Jay Huff only played 21 minutes. I'm curious to see if they rest anybody else. Siakam has already been ruled out for tonight. Jarris Walker did a lot of work. I expect him to play full again. And then, Cam Jones got hurt in this game. He didn't come back, so we saw a little bit more Talon Peter and Ethan Thompson than I think we normally would. Maybe McConnell goes, but I suspect we see no Neesmith and no Nembhard tonight. And even if they do go, you can't play them. So just garbage stuff. Speaking of garbage here, Cavs spanked the Nets last night. Just spanked them. Look at this. Held them to 34-16 in the first. Held them 3 of the 4 quarters. They scored less than 20 points. MPJ only played 21 minutes. I mean, all of their starters outside of Nolan Traore played less than 25-ish. Nothing really to take away from Brooklyn except for the fact that they are on the back end of a back-to-back tonight against OKC. We'll talk about that in a second. Mobley made his return. Had to play 19 minutes. He had 10 and 9. I suspect he was probably on like a 24-minute limit. So maybe he gets a little bit more tonight. #Hardon was the only guy to play more than 25. He had 16 and 9 in his 28 minutes. Spida had 17 and 21 minutes. Allen, 15 and 10. Allen's just been hooping, man. Anyways, good win for Cleveland. Nothing else to talk about there. Toronto and Chicago. The reason why this is hilarious, man. The reason why this is hilarious, ready? Look at Toronto, okay? So you got Giddey back. He played 21 minutes. Simons played 31 minutes. You got Sexton played 15 minutes. Trey Jones played 22 minutes. Rob Dillingham played 10 minutes. Jaden Ivey got a DNP. And I'm not even saying Jaden Ivey should have played, but one of the problems with Chicago before the All-Star break is they got too many guards. You got to trade one of your guards, man. You got Trey Jones, Kobe White, Josh Giddey, Ayo Dosunmu. Just trade a guard. And they did trade their guards, right? They traded Ayo Dosunmu. They traded Kobe White. However, they got 45 fucking guards back. Like, what are we doing here? So I think even when Chicago, like Giddey clearly on a minute restriction, it was his first game back, but I think we're going to see Giddey play like 25 minutes the rest of the way. There's no reason for them to try to win at this point. They dropped to 24 and 32. Toronto, Jakob Power, he played 16 minutes off the bench. I feel like that's going to 16-20. There's no reason to play him more than that. Colin Murray-Boyles, 11 and 6 in 29 minutes. Love CMB. Glad that he's back. But Brandon Ingram was the story. 11 for 26 from the field, 31, 8, and 6. Raptors moved to 33 and 23. Who else do we have? Did I miss any games? Oh, you know what? We have one more game left, and this game sucked too. But I want to talk about our Zag plant, because our Zag plant last night, we talked about him on So Rare as well. Maxime Renaud. We talked about Sacramento being shorthanded. Precious Achiuwa played 34. Keegan in his first game back played 32 minutes. That's something to note. I think Keegan is still going to be playing full minutes here the rest of the way. Shout out the ETR guys for calling that out ahead of time on the injury show yesterday. But Renaud played 39 effing minutes here. He had 17 and 14. Hustle Westbrook played 17 minutes. DeRozan played 19. And then you see off the bench, Neek Clifford and Carter both played 30 and 28 respectively. Excuse me. The Kings from now on, I'm done with Russ. I'm done with DeRozan. Keegan will probably get shut down at some point. Can't really play much. But I think Renaud, as long as Cardwell is out, we keep going back to Renaud, we keep going back to Clifford, and we keep going back to Carter. I think all of those. I think we can keep doing this. Yeah, coming off the bench looks like. Well, I think as long as his minutes are limited like this too, we will see him come off the bench, and then maybe when he's at full, they'll start him. But I'm with you. I hope they keep going with CMB. There's just no reason to push Jakob Poeltl at this point, especially against a team like the Bulls. And then Orlando, Paolo, only had to play 32 minutes, had 36 and 5. Suggs only played 20 minutes. I don't really know what happened there. Anthony Black had 20. I mean, there's nothing to say here. Good win for Orlando. They beat a team that's trying to lose. Quickly, let's look at the standings, then we'll get into tonight's stuff here. So, Pistons, 5.5 game lead, man. And then the Celtics have now created a 1.5 games. And we called this out 2 weeks ago, though. The Cavs are here, man. The Cavs are here. They have officially drawn even with the Bing Bong Boys at 35-21. They still have one of the easier schedules the rest of the way, although they got somewhat of a tough one tonight. I imagine they catch the Knicks soon. And then the Celtics might have luck boxed themselves this West Coast where they get the Warriors without Steph. They might get the Suns without Booker as well on Tuesday. So maybe the Celtics are able to hold strong here before they come home. The Raptors with their W right there, 2 games back. This kind of feels like it's going to be some version of this is the top 4. The Raptors are going to be in the 5 seed. I don't see the Raptors catching the Cavs or the Knicks or the Celtics. And I don't see the 76ers catching the Raptors. Magic now, after Sky is falling, are only a half game out of getting themselves out of the play-in, right? They're just a half game back behind Philly. Hashtag Heat culture here. They have a nice little cushion between the 8-9 seed. And then the Hornets have a game-and-a-half lead over the Bucks for that last spot and a half game back behind Atlanta here. So still sniffing the trying to get themselves out of the 9-10, but I don't know. Maybe that ship has sailed. In the Western Conference here, I mentioned the Spurs catching up here, just a half game back of the Lightning and the Thunder. Only a half game back over there. Rockets now move some percentage points ahead of the Denver Nuggets. They're 34-20. Nuggets are 35-21. Lakers a game behind the Nuggets, 2 games behind the win in the win column, but tied in the loss column. And then here you go, Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves, I'm telling you, man. Timberwolves have a chance to really we might be looking at the 3-seeded Minnesota Timberwolves. I don't know. Suns and Warriors here, 2 teams I'm selling stock on maybe if this Booker injury is legit. 5-5 in their last 10. Warriors 4-6 in their last 10. Clippers somehow storming up here, and so is Portland. This is going to be your top 10. I don't think Memphis, Dallas, Utah, New Orleans, and Sacramento are all too bad. So, no one's going to fall all the way to 11. But I do kind of important for the Clippers or the Blazers to try to get out of that 9-10 matchup, so something to pay attention to. Let's get into tonight's stuff because again, as I mentioned, we have the Dog Bowl. I'm actually going to clear my rankings over on Underdog. I'll do that now, and then we can build ranks together after we look at the schedule. So once again, I think we only have 3 qualifiers left. It's tonight and then 2 next week. I think that's it. I'll zoom in a little. Oh no, it's already at 150. Oops, I meant to go to scores. What is going on? Now I'm clicking ads. All right. So for Friday night. But anyways, yeah, a couple more opportunities to qualify here. So let's get started. Cavs, Hornets, both teams on a back-to-back. Game I'm maybe most excited to watch here. Cavs are favored by 6.5. Why can't we put this on nationally televised game? LaMelo, Miller, and Kahn, I thought their minutes were all kept in check, so I think they're going to be close to full tonight. Maybe LaMelo stays around 30, 31, but I think they'll be close to full. Cleveland, did, as I mentioned, right? Harden was the only guy that played over 25 minutes. I suspect Mobley's still around 22 to 24 minutes, but Harden, Allen, and Spida should all be full here. And I know Regulator pointed this out, but Harden against or big guards, beefy guards against the Hornets can be a problem. So Harden, I think, is kind of fun. And also, Allen has been unlocked by the Harden arrival. So you could do worse there. But I don't think, outside of those 3 guys for Cleveland and those 3 guys for Charlotte, not really messing around too much. Pacers are favored by 1.5 here with a 230.5 point total. We just saw this game last night. I don't think you can draft any Wizards, and the Pacers that I'm getting to are honestly, it's just Jarris Walker. I don't think I'm doing anything else unless they rule out a bunch of guys. I think it's just Jarris Walker. And honestly, I can see the Pacers getting weird and being like, Jarris Walker's tired. He needs the night off. But these are the games we're talking about. Here's another one. 238.5 point total. The Jazz and the Grizzlies. Grizz are favored by 1.5. You ready for these injury reports here? All right, so the Jazz. The Jazz are without Keontae, Walker Kessler, Yusuf Nurkic, and Jaren Jackson Jr. The Grizzlies, man, no Cedric Howard, no John Morant, no Scottie Pippen Jr., no Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He's out for the season. Clayton is out. Santi Aldama is out. Clark is out. Edey is out. Ty Jerome is out. I don't know who they have. They got to play, they haven't been playing anybody 30 minutes, but they have no guards, right? Their only guards they have listed are Cam Spencer, Javen Small, and Jalen Wells. I mean, Wells probably has the best shot at 26, 27 minutes, but he doesn't do anything with them. Gigi Jackson, man, if he's going to play 30 minutes, maybe we can mess around with it, especially if he's going against Kyle Filipowski. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what Cleveland does, Power Duster. We'll save that for closer to the offseason. I don't know what Cleveland does there. That's going to be an expensive team. But yeah, I feel like we had to pick somebody here. Like, is Kyle Anderson going to play small ball 5? We've seen him do it a couple of times, but the highest minute count we saw was 26 minutes. Is that enough for him to do some damage? Taylor Hendricks has been playing mid-20s. It's revenge for Taylor Hendricks, revenge for Kyle Anderson. I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's gross. It's gross stuff. Adam Silver was right, man. Heat are favored by 3.5 tonight against the Atlanta Hawks. 245.5 points. Let's do a drop. Let's do a drop because guess who's back? Back again. Yeah, Hero's making his return, which it's weird because Miami, man, has this is such a high total, but Norman Powell's questionable. You imagine Hero's on a minute restriction. I guess you go to Bam, but Bam's not as exciting now with everybody back. I don't know. I don't really know what to do with Miami. On Atlanta, they're on the back end of a back-to-back. I'm still going to go to Jalen Johnson. I'm fine with that. JJ forever. No Dyson, no CJ, unless one of those guys are ruled out. Honestly, I'm not even super interested in Nickeil Alexander-Walker, but might do a little bit. And then Bam Bam. Not Bam Bam. Jesus, Onyeka. Onyeka is fun too. I'd like to do Khalil Ware again, but I don't think we can do it. I think they got too many guys that are healthy. This is the ESPN game, bro. The Dallas Mavericks without Cooper Flag against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So they're favored by 2 touchdowns, man. I don't know. Important game for both Atlanta and Miami. Why? To decide who's going to be the 7th seed and who's going to be the 8th seed. Or who's going to be the 8th seed and who's going to be the 9th seed, I guess. But anyways, yeah, Minnesota. And I kind of so I was talking myself into this. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I put it in Bagel with Locks. Like Rudy Gobert and Naz Reid, they could just go absolutely batshit tonight in this game. Dallas has been so bad against centers, and listen, the Q tags on the Mavericks are crazy. The Mavericks are without Cooper Flag already, Kyrie Irving, who's going to be done for the season, and Derek Lively. They also have Max Christie, Daniel Gafford, and Caleb Martin all listed as questionable. So, Rudy and Nas could just go nuts in short minutes, but we've also seen Chris Finch mess around with some small ball or just one big, even put Randall at the 5 sometimes. So I don't want to get too excited, but I want to take some shots there. On Dallas, I guess, dude, Nas, or you said Nas always kills the Mavs. On Dallas, I guess we go to Najee, especially if some of those guys miss. Maybe even PJ Washington, but PJ hasn't looked right since coming back from, what was that, a concussion? He's got his minutes up again, but he just has not looked good. But anyways, I don't know. Bucks and Pelicans. Pelly's now favored by 4.5. Miles Turner has already been ruled out. And the thing we got to figure out with the Bucks here, no Prince, no Turner, no Giannis. Is it Ousmane Dieng? Can we get back to Dieng again? Is it Bobby Lobby season? I don't really know. I kind of want to know who's starting, although Bobby did play 29 minutes off the bench in the last game. I think he came off the bench. I don't know. Trey Murphy's doubtful for the Pellies. So that makes Bebe, Zion, a little bit of fun. Queen, maybe. DeJounte Murray's not back yet, but sounds like he's going to be back soon. I talked about those Brooklyn Nets, man, just garbage. The starters only played 20-ish minutes last night, so maybe Michael Porter Jr. does play the back-to-back. I'm not touching him because if he's ruled in, I'm nervous they get blown out again, and he only plays 20 minutes. If he's ruled out, I wouldn't mind the swap, but I feel like you could just draft Trey Murphy if you're drafting for swaps. If Claxton is out, Day'Ron Sharp might be a little spicy, but I'm kind of staying away from this game. It's a low total, huge spread. Thunder are, as I mentioned, SGA and AJ Mitchell are going to be out for another week. J-Dub another 2 weeks. Can you draft anyone? Can somebody else tell me who to draft here from OKC? Chet's the only one going. We just did this the other night against the Bucks when the Bucks beat the hell out of them right before the All-Star break. I don't know. I'm not touching it. I don't think I'm touching it. Two late games. Clips and Lake, the Lake Show. Luka Magic returns. I'm assuming no minute restriction here. They're favored by 6.5. Speaking of no minute restriction, we got he's got a cap of 25 because of the All-Star game. What's that? Oh, a cap of 25 on So Rare. Sorry, my bad. What was I saying here? Austin Reeves does not have a minute restriction. That's and for me, it's just I think LeBron's probably too expensive tonight. Luca, I'm gonna take number 2 overall, and then Austin Reeves, I'll take when he's there. And then the last game of the night, Denver. This line opened at 2.5, has shifted to 1.5. I think if Denver won last night, maybe you could mess around and be like, "Ooh, is somebody gonna sit?" I don't think Jokic can only miss one more game. I think Jokic is gonna play. I think Jamal's gonna play. I think the cheat code this morning, although everybody was figuring it out right away, is Denny full? If Denny's at full minutes, fire up your Denny, right? I really like this spot. No Aaron Gordon, no Peyton Watson. I don't know. I guess Christian Brown's going to have to defend Denny. Denny feels a little too big for that. Drew Holiday playing 30 plus now. Still no Shade and Sharp. Yeah, fun stuff. Let's build some ranks. Let's build some ranks here on the dog app. Let's change the media assets here. Let's change the media assets. All right, let's get in there. Let's go over to Underdog. Let's build some ranks. It's time to get into the ranks. We need like a segment, like a music video intro to build in the ranks. All right. Actually, I'm going to do a refresh on this just in case some lines or some ADP has shifted in the last hour and a half, because sometimes Underdog does not update appropriately. All right, so let's do this. We're going to go Jokic. I'm putting Luka ahead of JJ. I'm just doing that. I kind of think round one's not that crazy. Like, I'm just going to play it Ant, Kawhi. You could talk me into Jamal over Spida, but I'm not doing that. I'm going to put Harden over Bam, though. I think, for this morning, call me crazy, but I'm tempted to go Harden, Denny, Bam. Like, I think I mean, it would be nice to get Denny in the third round, but I think the furthest he's fallen is honestly like 13. So I just want to get ahead of Denny. I like this total. It's like a fun late night hammer. And then, like, I kind of want Randall over KPJ, but I won't. I'll do it like this. I'm going to have LeBron 13, and even that's too expensive. Actually, I'm going to have LeBron. I'm going to have Zion ahead of LeBron. So we'll go Zion, then LeBron. Then I'm going to go Melo, Collier, Melo and Collier, then I'll throw Chet in there. I don't want a ton of Chet. I want to be light Chet here. And this is where, like, I don't know, man. Miller and then Reeves, I guess. This ADP on Drew is expensive, but is Drew playing more than 30 minutes? I think we just go clinging. I, don't hate the idea of Allen here, which seems crazy. But, again, if Mobley's limited, I don't know. I'm not taking Lowry there. I'm not taking Mobley. Maybe we'll throw. Honestly, I want Jarris Walker next. I think I'm just going to play Jarris Walker pretty aggressively at 22. Then we'll throw Drew Holiday in there. I don't want Mobley. I don't want Lowry. Lowry, he's only going to play 24 minutes, right? So he needs to, how many fantasy points does he need for this to pay off? You know? I don't know. I'm not touching MPJ. I mean, you can put Na next if you want to put Na there. I'm actually going to put Kyle Filipowski here. I'm going to put Kyle F, and then Sadiq Bey. Honestly, I want Sadiq Bey ahead of Na, too. And you can make a case for Sadiq Bey over Kyle. Something like that. Kyle! There we go. So now we're at the point, I don't want to rank MPJ. I'm not going to rank Nembhard. I do like Khan and Benny Math, right? I mentioned Rudy. I mentioned Onyeka that I like. I wanted Jay Huff. I don't think I'm going to do it. I mentioned Najee, Cam Spencer as 2 names. You could do Trey Murphy if you just want the swaps. And then it's Bobby. Gigi Jackson, I think, is kind of fun. Ace Bailey. We didn't really talk about Ace Bailey, man. He's been playing pretty big minutes, but we'll throw Ace Bailey in there. I don't know how much Ace Bailey I'm taking. Naz Reid, we mentioned him. Who am I missing? Dieng, right? Dieng was the other one. And I think we saved Dieng for a little bit later. I don't think we need to do that now. And that 6th round, I don't know if I want to be overweight on anybody, you know? Let's get into it. Let's get into a draft. Do you guys have any takes in the chat? You like Fears, huh? All right, Sanjay, let me look at that. I mean, the matchup's good. What's Fears' minute load been lately? 30? Okay. All right. Well, I don't want to queue him up. Jesus, that's not what I was trying to do. Let's add. Oh, we get the 101. Let's go. We might do 2 of these. We might have enough time to do 2 of these. I'll add Fears to the list, and then I'll look at it a little bit more after this. I don't mind that. Because, what did Trey Murphy left the last game? How many minutes in? He got 27 minutes in the last game. I don't think Zion's going to play much more than 33. The Pelicans, let me look at this. Do they play on Saturday? Saturday. The Pelicans are on the front end of the back-to-back. All right. Well, whatever. At least we get Jokic here. At least we get some jokes. Math, Cam, Spencer, kind of fun. Fears might start or whatever now. Yeah. Yeah, I do like Mathurin quite a bit. I mean, if he's going to be playing 30 plus, who's guarding Mathurin? Who's guarding Mathurin, you know? Oh, we got heavy hitters in this draft. Jesus. So it's me, Magikarp, Nez, I don't know, Type Fresh, Sanjay, and Sam. Wow. Just showed you guys the rankings, too. No, you got enough Jokic at 2 yesterday, which I guess didn't actually work out for you, so apologies. I was just getting ready to plug Live Before Lock, but I forgot we don't have that today because we had it yesterday. If you again, I know I plugged this so many times, but I'm going to drop a link to Bagel with Locks into the chat. If you haven't subscribed to that yet, go ahead, do that. Why don't I switch the... why don't we switch this right now so you guys can see? So yeah, Luka at 2, JJ at 3. I think that's right. I mean, I get that JJ's been insane, but the back-to-back, although better environment, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm just not. As I told Nez this morning, I'm an adult. I'm drafting Luka ahead of JJ. Can you still do Love After Lock? Yeah, we can do it. What did we used to call Live After Dark? We should bring that back. All right, so nothing weird here. Jamal Murray going 6. Curious, does Sam take Donovan 7? Yeah, okay. So nobody's being weird. Wow, Danny. Oh, man. Sanjay Rich, you just love to ruin fun. Just ruining everyone's ADP fun, huh? Although I'm rooting for Sanjay Rich. Sanjay has been, what have you finished? Third? You finished top 5 how many times so far in this without securing a seat yet? So I hope you get your seat. What are you guys doing with Bam? I'm really struggling with Bam because with Hero coming back, I know it's a good matchup, and Bam's been pretty good lately, but this just makes me nervous. It's just really expensive for Scam Adebayo. I like Randall, by the way, tonight. I think people are going to be scared to draft him, but he's going to play those minutes. He's going to play heavy minutes, man, and they keep them out in blowouts. If they somehow go small, I kind of like it. Let's see who Magikarp takes Porter there. I'm going to go Randall and Zion. I like it. I like Julius Randle in this spot. Maybe they do go small, which means Randall ends up being the big or playing the 4. I don't know. Randall's been a fantasy hooper, man. Also, he helped me qualify for the Dog Bowl last time, so I think legally I'm required to be on board with regular season Randall, you know? Collier at 14. All right. Collier ahead of LeBron. That's a choice, but I like it. He's probably going to play. I mean, we're not. I don't know if we're seeing the. I don't know if we're seeing the full 48 again from Collier, right? Because they have some more guys that they can play now, right? Who else do they have on the Jazz? Svi, Vince. Yeah, they got Vince Williams Jr. Although he got hurt in that last game? No. Oh, he got tossed. Bryce Sensabaugh. Yeah, I don't think we're seeing the full 38 shit from them again. I mean 48, but I don't hate it. I'm drafting Collier. All right, Sanjay then takes LaMelo 17. Wow, Walker at the 4-5. I mean the 3-4 turn. Tricky. Yeah, I think we'll do one more after this, and then we'll wrap up. I got a hard out at 10 though, so I need people not to bleed the clock. All right, click the buttons, bros. Click the buttons. Jet at 16 and JA at 21, huh? Nez here with LeBron at 50. This is a fun. I guess Bam at 10 does make sense. I think my first Jokic has Bam in it. Can you imagine the vibes of just double-clicking Kyle F. and Sadiq Bey here? Maybe we get Kyle F., Sadiq Bey, and try to get GG Jack. Let's see what Magikarp does. Do you go Kling Kong here? Klingon's been so good lately, man. All right, let's just do it. Let's Kyle F and A Bay Bay. And then you know what we're gonna do here? You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna queue a couple guys up that I'd be interested in here. Gigi Jackson, Bobby Lobby, and I'm not definitely drafting these guys, and Jang. I like the idea of taking a buck here, and then hey, maybe we run into a double overtime game, you know? That would be fun. Magikarp timing out every single pick. We're going to have to fight him soon. We are going to have to fight him soon. Benny Math in the 5th round. Ryan Rollins, too. I haven't been messing around with too much Ryan Rollins. Although he's probably fine. Ryan Rollins is probably fine. All right. Michael Porter Jr. All right, Sam. I mean, Sam does know ball, but maybe he's just hoping he gets ruled out. Cam Spencer. All right, we saw the Cam Spencer. Yeah, Rollins is just impacted by Kevin Porter Jr. being back, you know? Fears. All right, Sunjay got his guy Fears. All right, so I do like Khan too. I mean, like Khan's been hooping. Rudy, Onyeka. Who took Bobby? Oh, Bobby went in the 5th round. Lowry in the 6th, I think, is probably fine. Najee's okay. If you just want to play the swap game too, man, you could just click Trey Murphy here. You can just click Trey. If you want to play the swap game. If that's your thing. If that's what you're into. Shut up, Flight of the Conchords, baby. All right. All right, here we go. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Okay, all the ones that I was excited about work out. You know what, dude? Let's freaking live a little. Did Magikarp take Gigi? Oh, no, Nez took Gigi Jackson. Let's live a little. Usmani Dieng. Let's do it. What could go wrong? Let's jump in one more. My 9th one. Waiting for one more person. All right, let's see. Let's see where we're drafting from. We're filled up. We're at the 5 hole here. Oh, Viper in the chat. We got Viper at the 1, Nez at the 2, Sunjay at the 4. At least no Magikarp in this one, you know? All right. The 5, I don't really love. This is probably my least favorite spot. Although we are getting a lot of Kawhi, and I mean Kawhi could just. I mean, who's gonna slow down Kawhi in this spot? LeBron James. Like, I don't think so. Also, just a few days left here in the best ball streets for the regular season, right? We have what is it? Just a couple days left. We have 40 teams advancing after last night's activities. Should get another little boost tonight with KPJ hooping with the Hoopers. All right, what's this weather looking like? Is it still raining? We gotta get the dog out. What's that rain is such a bummer, man. It's like rain. Yeah, all day long, dude. Kidding me? Sucks. Me to LA. Be pretty sick to win a 2nd seat, though, huh? All right, so we got Nez is an adult. Shout out the adult here taking Luca at 2. Really nice when it's like an easy 1, 2, 3. You know exactly what you're doing. Even Ant, too. Also, we're due for like a 60 fantasy point Anthony Edwards game. We are. All right, Kawhi the Claw, welcome aboard. Would love to get a little Jamal Murray here. Although, I don't know. Maybe we go full Sunjay. Just Denny it up. He goes Donovan. I will take Jamal and then Denny. Yeah, I'm not letting Sunjay get another Denny share. Get out of here. I did. I did. I was messaging with Nez last night. Yeah, the Cade stuff, I mean, that was the difference maker, man. The models were weird last night, or projections were they had, it had Tyrese Maxey. It had him ranked, excuse me, it had it ranked Jokic, Maxey, and then and then Wemby. But the move I made, I really liked Kawhi last night. I thought Kawhi against Denver was in a smash spot, and so I was taking Kawhi over Cade for a lot of it. And I just thought Cade, I just assumed the Knicks could defend a little bit better than they did, and it looked good in the first quarter, and then the second quarter, Cade went nuts. But yeah, so you needed the Cade, and I didn't have a lot of Cade, and then we just couldn't. My best lineup that did have Cade, I think I can pull that up later, but it had. Actually, I won't leave this screen. I'm just going to pull it up on another screen. It had Booker in it, but like it was such a hammer of a team pre-book. Let me see. It was my third highest scoring. It scored 283 points. Ready? So it went Cade and Jaylen Brown because I was JB over Scotty the whole night. Cade 75 points. Jaylen Brown 58 points. Kevin Durant 61 points. Paul Reed 41 points. Maxime Renaud 42 points. Devin Booker 5 points. Finished 256th place, 283 points, right? So the winning score was 321. I had 283. A normal game from Devin Booker takes that down. I don't really want a lot of Chet Holmgren, if I'm being honest, but at 17, I think I probably do it here. Because at 17 we do it. He should absolutely smash in limited minutes. I don't think he plays full minutes, but it should smash. All right, we get it, Sanjay Rich. You have a girlfriend. Congrats, bro. Congrats. Let her hear this then, too.
We can't go down this road. We can't talk about like how you need to have had sex in order to have responsibility. I just think it changes you, you know? I think it changes you.
That was a spry Mike Zakarian then. Feel free to let me get Brandon Miller here, Aaron. Feel free to let me get Miller. Also, Austin Reeves should cook tonight, right? He's going to play 30 minutes, man. I mean, I know Luke is back, but I feel like AR can still get there. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Love that everybody's bleeding the clock down here. Come on, Aaron. Click the buttons. And wow, Drew Holiday. All right, yeah, we'll take Miller. This is a fun little team here. Kawhi, Denny, Chet, and Miller. 2 picks left. Love to see it. Love to see it. Wow. Had 300. Let me pull up that one. You had over 300 there. Yeah, shout out Nez. Nez with the second place finish. You had Hot Sizzaw 7th. Sam Olsen 8th. Let's see. Where's... Oh, hot sauce is so good. Fully loaded up there, too. Shout out Fully Loaded. JTM, I saw he was cooking for a little while. Lockie. No, thank you. Sanjay, all right, here we go. So you had Cade, JB, Amen. Yeah, Amen hurt you, too. And then KD, Brandon Ingram, good shout there. And Onyeka, yeah. The Onyeka foul trouble thing was so tilting, man. It was so tilting. All right, let's see if any of you fools let me get Filipowski. So Sadiq Bey at 23, man. Nez is too sharp, bro. Nez is too sharp. Hate to see it. Kling Kong here. What's Viper doing? Viper went Jokic, Braun, Zion, Nah, Kling Kong. It's pretty good CLV on Kling Kong. Projections are going to be wild today. ADP is going to just be useless in a couple hours. Let's see. Can Nez come? Nez should go Kyle or Benny here. Let's see what he does. Although he likes Ryan Rollins, so maybe he pulls up Rollins. Lowry, Nez, you sicko. I'll take Kyle. Oh, it's the Sanjay's probably going to take Kyle because he's a big dick. I might take Najee here. Let's take Najee. Might go Gigi Jackson here, too. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. All right, we're going to take Gigi here as long as after Aaron bleeds the clock out for a full ass minute. Aaron, I'm going to find you, bro. And then, yeah, I don't know. I was going to say, I might, if you guys are following Bagel with Lux, might do like a live chat later this afternoon at like 4 or 5 o'clock. Sharif Cooper Night TST. Jesus. Is that what your models are telling you? I don't want to do that. How many, like, is he going to play full ass minutes? He only played 24 minutes, man. Who was the guy that played 30 last night? Jameer Watkins? No, he didn't play. Who was it? Oh, Kadari Richmond, bro. We're going to take Gigi Jackson. Let's live a little. Trey Murphy, nice little D tag. Do it for the D. I don't think I'm drafting Day'Ron Sharpe yet, because if Claxton goes, it just ruins everything. It ruins everything. All right, dudes, we're going to call it there because I got a meeting in 3 minutes, so we needed to be done by 10, and those drafts took too long. Good luck out there for the Dog Bowl. Oh, yeah, as I was saying, I might fire up, like, they have this, like, live chat function on Substack, so I might mess around with that and just kind of talk through some news if we get it. Otherwise, it might be a quiet night. Good luck. Hope you guys punch a ticket. Would love to see you guys in L.A. Come hang out. Get a W. We'll see you guys on Monday. Enjoy the weekend.